Hello. So yes, let me just continue with the question. So we can see that this is the performance dashboard, like I already explained. We haven't yet read the mission statement. We were just talking about few generic points that we had discussed in, my slide in the earlier recording. So just continuing with that is that we see that we have a commentary, we have an external KPI which is included. So we can see that the revenue growth of the business remains strong above the average growth for the sector, which is 1.5%, right? So we can see that the growth of revenue in the current year from 2016 to 17 has been 2.6, which is definitely greater than 1.5%, right? So what happens, so again, let me just keep reminding you this again and again that we're not commenting here whether we are doing better or not. Definitely we can include that sentence, but the entire evaluation will not be about the performances, whether increasing or decreasing, or are we doing good or bad. Rather, what we should focus as a management consultant for the company and give them advice and suggestion is that have we included this KPIs? Have we made sure the presentation is aligned to the user requirements? Is the information required to be to be presented, conveyed effectively and efficiently or not, right? And things like that. Can we do something better to enhance the presentation of the report, which will facilitate in a better decision making? So these are the kind of inputs that you as a management consultant needs to provide to the company. Okay, I hope that's clear. Then looking into so I have just prepared one answer format for you. This is just a point. It is a 15 marker question. So we're not going to, I'm not writing in paragraphs. Probably we will do that in the next session. But over here, I have just jotted down my points and we'll discuss that one by one. But before that, we need to read the scenario, right? So let us read the scenario. Oops. Yep. Here we are. So let us read the question. Usually, the mission, the objective of the company is given in the first 2 to 3 paragraphs. So let us just read till that much. We're not going to read the entire question because we're just solving part A of question 1. So Time Engine Products. Time manufactures jet aircraft engines for the commercial aircraft market. This is a worldwide business, although Time's production and development are all based in the country of Land. So that's where they are based out of, but they have the production throughout. Time is a listed company, okay, and it's stated the overall objective is to be a world-class engine manufacturer trusted by our customer to deliver excellent products. It promises to its shareholders is that it will maximize your return and the strategy. So remember I told you that you need to align, make sure that your performance report is aligned to the primary and the secondary objective. That was one of our parameter against which we will assess and evaluate a performance report. So that's the first one, good alignment of objective. This will be my primary and this is going to be my secondary, because how does the hierarchy fall down? So if I go back to my presentation, probably I can show that to you. How I was just sorry. Oops. Okay. Taking you all to my start of the presentation, like you would already know this, that this is how exactly the hierarchy is, right? You have the vision and then you have the strategy. So this is your primary objective and this is going to be a secondary. Okay. So that's about it. So what we're supposed to do, a good student is supposed to break this entire objective of the mission statement. So this is nothing but a mission statement. Though they say the overall objective is this, but this is actually put in inverted commas, so it is actually a mission statement. It's a world-class jet engine manufacturer. Okay, number 1, it's a world-class, it's top, and then trusted by the customers. Excellent deliver, so quality, excellent deliver excellent products, sorry. So that's what is the 2 part of one mission statement. Also, the objective is to definitely maximize the shareholders' return. So they have to focus on the financial perspective. And then you have a strategy. They say that this you will be able to achieve to use the world-class engineering to design the engines. That is one. Again, second part is the high-quality production. Third part is the customer service in order to drive profitable growth. So this is what it is. Okay. So we have listed down 4-5 points in the first paragraph. I hope we have done that. I have done that for you all over here. We can see maximize shareholders return, profit growth, world-class excellent products. Strategy is they would do that by providing a good customer service, by using a world-class engineering, and even the quality is emphasized. Okay, moving on. Time's share price has recently suffered as a result of the failure of a new engine design, which led to a large cash losses and a difficulty in obtaining new finances. There has also been a bribery scandal involving a senior manager and one of its key customers. As a result, a new chief executive officer has been employed and she has begun a major review of systems at times. So this is nothing to worry about. It's just a brief background. Okay, moving on. The first area which the CEO wants to examine is the information given in the board for the strategic decision making in both planning and control purpose. So now this is a most crucial point. Why? Because the purpose of the report or the fitness for purpose, so to say, one of the point which we have covered in my presentation before is on the planning and controlling of the business, right? It was on the fitness for purpose. So what is a fitness for purpose? Why is the CEO wants this performance dashboard? They want to use it for a strategic decision making, which is for both planning and control of the business. Okay, so that is important to be aware about. You should make a note of that. And then you have the government of BLAN has been encouraging information sharing between businesses and has recently sponsored awards for management accounting. Okay, the winner of the engineering sector has produced a sample dashboard template with dummy figures for an annual review, and this is given in Appendix 1. Okay, that's what we just saw. The CEO realized that the winner had a very similar overall objective, and the strategies took time and wants to know what it is about this dashboard that helped it win the award. She does not want a new dashboard for time at this stage, but there may be some useful specific comments to make about the content of the dashboard given in the time's recent problems, right? Okay, so she doesn't want a new dashboard. She just wants to use this award-winning, which is we have already seen here, dashboard. And maybe she's open for suggestions and specific comments that can be used to improvise in line with time. Okay. The next paragraph is going on to the different requirement integrated reporting and okay, this is not, and then you have high quality engineering products. So I think for part A, I think only the first 3 paragraphs are relevant. So just let's focus on that. So now that we know about the requirement and we have seen the performance dashboard, let's try framing an answer. Yeah. So good alignment of objectives. So we have broken down that first 2 paragraphs into 6 different points and we have different KPIs. So let us just see the KPIs. Okay. We have revenue, operating profit margin, EVA, and total shareholders return. See, what is the purpose of EVA and total shareholders return is to assess or evaluate what is the increase in the shareholders' wealth. So this is basically going to adhere to the shareholders' wealth maximization CSF. This is going to go into operating profit margin CSF or the profit growth. So that's how we're going to map it and just comment if it's a good performance dashboard or not. Whether, see, a performance dashboard can be the best, or let me just put it this way. A good performance dashboard will be the one which is aligned to the objectives, its vision, its strategy of the company. Okay. Then you have profitable growth, which we have seen in the operating profit margin. We can also include the revenue perspective, see they've also given you the growth. See, from 16.8% it has increased to 17.2% in 2017, which means there has been an increase of 0.4%, which is a good growth. So basically, are they fulfilling, is their business or the performance is in line with what the mission statement or the objectives claimed by the company? Yes, it is. That's how we should comment, not whether it's increasing or decreasing. Okay. World class or excellent products. Okay. We have class leading products in fuel efficiency, noise levels, chemical emissions. So these are basically how many class leading products do we have in fuel efficiency? So it has been constant. This has been increasing. Chemical emissions have been increasing. Okay. Manufacturing percentage of orders right the first time and deliveries on time, market share. Okay. So world class engineering, definitely you can assess that or you can measure that particular CSF using the number of class leading products introduced in 3 verticals, right? So that is what I've written it over here. And over here, world class excellent products. Now, how do we know that the kind of products provided by Time to its customers is a world class product? Definitely by ensuring that we have got the orders right the first time. There has not been complaints from the customers. So it is pretty decent when you see this 92%, 92.4 and 93.7. So that means they've done a pretty good job in coming when it comes to providing excellent products, which is a good percentage, isn't it? Quality, again, orders right the first time. Again, that shows how good quality the products of Time are. Balanced view of performance, the next parameter, is we have seen that whether we have a mix of both financial and non-financial. Yes, we do have. We have financial KPIs like EVA, TSR, revenue, operating profit margin. And similarly, we have non-financial KPIs like the number of class-leading products in fuel efficiency, etc. Then percentage of orders right the first time, deliveries on time, market share. Okay, this deliveries on time also meets the customer satisfaction criteria. So that's how it measures customer satisfaction, deliveries on time. Fitness for purpose, like remember I told you that the purpose of preparing this report is for planning and control, right? So planning, does it facilitate in planning this particular report? Yes, it does. Why? Because I told you that they have this proactive measure which helps the management to plan out how they're going to be going ahead in future. So definitely this report is going to facilitate that. And then you have control purposes. Yes, of course. Why? Because you have the budget and you have the actual results when you compare these two. But they have not given you the budget figures. Rather, they've given you the budget variance, which is better, smart, and a better way of putting it in the report, because you don't have to waste a column for a budget absolute figure and then compare it. You don't have to really do that. So you can see that they had estimated probably 11,500 minus 234, 11,266 $1 million was what they estimated in the budget as revenue, but they ended up making more than that. So that's why it's shown as 234 favorable, right? So they've shown that. So this is like good for control purposes, right? Then you have, so does it meet the purpose of the report? Yes, it does. The basic purpose for which the report was prepared, does it meet that? Yes, it does. Availability of comparators, I think this also we've pretty much covered. So this is actually a very good report. That's why it's called as award-winning report. But not necessarily you might get everything positive in the report. There might be sometimes another question that we have in my presentation, which is a report where you have to fully criticize the report. So it depends, okay? You don't have to expect that every time you're going to get a report which is going to be very easy and it's all going to be positive. So do not hesitate in criticizing the report and providing suggestions or recommendations, because come on, There are three companies given to you in the examination, and you are the management